I want to do a sketchbook tour, but I have no space on my desk. So, sorry, I was getting everything in place, like my Rose Chico Pop Funko. Anyway, it's been a little bit since I've done this because I've been in college. And let me hit you with some truth, some hard truth right here. I was thinking about not making a sketchbook video, instead doing all my homework, but then I realized something. I'm at college to study art, and making a video about art is literally what I'm here to study. Anyway, basically, I'm gonna do my art. I'm gonna do a sketchbook tour because that's what I'm here to study. Art. Here we go. Do you see my head sandwiched between two Star Wars posters? That basically sums up my entire first few months of college. So I finished a sketchbook. It's this one with the cute art designs on it. I started it on August 4th and finished it on October 3rd. But yeah, I'm done with the long intro thing. Let's just do it. Wow, isn't it amazing? I actually have a desk instead of just my bedroom floor. It's a miracle. Oh no, this is all I can show you because my roommate's coming back and I don't want to bother her with my narration. This is MJ from the new Spider-Man, which was like the best thing ever. Some Cinderella designs. My roommate has agreed to put headphones in, so even if she can hear me, I feel less self-conscious. She can hear me. I see her smiling. I don't like hearing myself speak. I don't like other people hearing me speak, but oh well.
I'll turn music on if it makes you feel better.
That would make me feel amazing. That was from, I found a huge stash of random gel pens at the ranch my family was staying at and created this, even though it's pretty gross. These were sketches from my family ranch. These are some of my family members. That's kind of my cousin. It doesn't really look like her though. Let's see. I like this page. I was experimenting with like gestural things, which is something I'm running into an issue right now with gestural things. This is my friend Mao, who's a French exchange student. And she's someone I met this summer, and she's great and amazing, and I'll never see her again because she lives in France. My goal is to not break or to rip all of my pages off. These are historically very fragile pages and they rip. I also want to go through this fast because my last sketchbook video was like 20 minutes long, and I don't like that because it's boring for me if I go back and watch them. Some pretty ladies with some very swirly hair and some pretty dresses. This is two sketches. They're upside down. This is like a character design for a project I'm working on. This, someone told me it looks like an old Alexander Hamilton, which is very true. Oh, this is the actual sketch that I copied on the back of this, because there was empty space. I love this type of shoe, so when I see it like on someone, or maybe I think I was wearing these kind of shoes and then I drew them. This here is from Brigadoon, the play. I went to go see this play. It was pretty cool, and I liked his outfit with like the Scottish blanket. Some ballpoint pen. I'm actually using a lot of ballpoint pen this month because of Inktober, which I'm finding myself struggling with a lot more than I was last year, which is upsetting because I remember thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be so great at Inktober next year, and I'm not. I've been having kind of a significant art block for a while. And I don't know why. This is my brother Mason. He was just sitting around, probably complaining, 'cause that's what he likes to do. Just kidding, ha ha ha. More ballpoint pen. I don't like that guy. I like this girl though. That's from a Regina Spektor song. As you can see, I was kind of having some trouble. Oh, actually, this was actually drawn on the car, so that makes sense, because these aren't the best. Some like Renaissance-y people. That's kind of a more simple style. I kind of revert back to like a simple style when I'm having issues with drawing. This was a great day of drawing though. I remember this because this was on the road trip. I was driving up to Casper, Wyoming to see the totality of the eclipse, and like on the drive there, which is weird, I drew a lot of good stuff, which is weird because driving usually doesn't produce good art or while you're driving, but I did a lot of good sketches on that drive, and these are some of them. This sketch is based off of Masters of War. Masters of War by Bob Dylan. Oh no, I just hit Rose in the face. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was of my little cousin. She was wearing a really adorable tiara. And that's another one of my little baby cousins. And they inspired me to draw some princesses. Because they're all little princesses. This is like pretty cartoony style. I was testing it out. I was doing a lot of like test of styles. This reminds me of like some old Disney kind of stuff. But this is supposed to be a girl. Looks kind of like a boy, but I like this sketch a lot. I don't really know why. So I recently, actually this summer, I read A Wrinkle in Time. And that was a great book. I read it mostly because of the movie that's going to come out soon. The old movie was one of my favorites, but the new movie, I have high hopes for it. But this is like based off of how I envisioned the characters. Some more pen things. Yeah, it's nice looking back at these because right now I'm really struggling with my art for some reason. The proportions are all messed up in this, but I kind of like it anyway. I love this hand. A successful hand. Once every blue moon do I draw an actually successful hand. These are some figure studies from online, from the Croquis Cafe, on the air, what's it called? On the air video or something. It's a great figure drawing resource. I recommend it if you're trying to practice learning to draw the human figure. This is some kind of milkmaid. That's what I was thinking when I drew it. I don't know. She just looks kind of like a medieval maid or something. Oh, there's more of the figure drawing stuff. Some boys. That was because I got sick after being outside, and then I thought that I had heat exhaustion, but I didn't. I was just tired and grumpy. So, but I drew a sketch based off of that experience. These drawings were done like at midnight, I remember, because I was watching the music video for Impregnable Question by Dirty Projectors, which is a good band. This is just like based off of a shot from that. I liked this sketch a lot, and that's why I didn't finish it, because I was afraid I would ruin it. So I'm sorry if the camera's shaking, but I'm holding it with my hands, that's why. These are based off of people. I was waiting in line to go to a concert with my mom, and sort of while we were standing in line, I was just drawing all these people. I was drawing this at the concert, or just sitting on the grass, like, waiting for the concert to start. Actually, some lady yelled in my ear, being like, "Did you draw that?" And I was like, yep. That was a fun experience. And this was another, like, simple sketch that I liked and didn't really want to elaborate on, but I liked the hair and the weird mouth and nose. This looks kind of like nice Tom Holland and then evil Tom Holland. But yeah, I think that was probably based off of the Spider-Man. But yeah, here's some fluffy hair. This is actually kind of, I think I was playing with the styles because that's more like Disney style, and that's slightly more realistic. Girls with shoes. I've been liking drawing high heels recently, and that's sort of an interesting pose for the high heels, so that was a good practice. Here's an old lady I drew. Old people are very fun to draw, and I recommend it because they're kind of a challenge because they have many wrinkles. I used some Copic markers for like 2.5 seconds. As you can see, I didn't finish. I think I was just going into my comfort zone because when I can't draw anything, I just revert to drawing pretty girls. Some more, like, I was trying to do some like facial diversity, just like different, like try to make faces look different from each other. And also I was just trying to make sense of this Copic marker blob. This was during student orientation. I was just drawing some girls as they were sitting on this like outcropping. Square head. I like it though. Yeah, pencil sketches. I reverted back to like pencil drawing because drawing in pen was stressing me out. This is like a girl at a masquerade ball or something like that. Here's that again. I don't remember if this one was first or the other one was first. I think this one was second, and I was trying to make it better. I don't think I liked this one as much, so this one was trying to improve upon the last one I did. A simple boy. Simple dude. Solid dude. Yeah, this is... Sorry, the camera's super shaky. Take it out of my shaky hand and put it into my even shakier hand. This looks like it's the same character, just like kind of slightly changed. I think this is probably like a character design I was working on. Anyway, I was kind of on like an art high before going to college, and now that I'm in college, I'm at some kind of low right now. But I'm trying to get better. Anyway, these are some ballerinas. These are just some like very ornate, fancy ladies. Sometimes you just gotta draw some pretty dresses, you know? It sustains me. This is a reference from someone in real life. Those are not. But I like that sketch a lot for some reason. It communicates a feeling I cannot express in words. These are the shoes I was wearing, or these ones were these shoes right there. And I really did like my new shoes, so that's why I drew them. And those are some other high heel shoes. Some character design for something. I don't really know what. I have one of those pens that has all the colors in it. Well, no, actually it just has blue and red. But yeah, that's what I use this to draw this. I think she's supposed to be like underwater. This was with the red part of my pencil. I don't like the face as much, but I do like her hands, or this hand particularly. And I need to learn how to draw cowboy hats because I've been trying to do that a lot and it's not working. But I do like this profile right here. That's a nice profile. I love drawing profiles. Profiles are definitely my comfort zone. A mermaid. Yeah, I think in this drawing I was trying to emphasize the movement of her. On this page, I really like these little profiles right here. These I don't like as much. I like her swoopy hair. Oh, here we go. So I was, I recently, actually a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I was watching a lot of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella adaptations, just like all the adaptations. All the ones from like the 60s and the 70s and stuff like that. So I was inspired by that, and so I started drawing some characters from it. This is the prince. He has this really beautiful song that I like, and so yeah, I like the sketch a lot. It's not often that I draw a good boy. It's kind of frustrating me to see these like good ink drawings, because right now I'm struggling with my ink drawings, and I wish I was still in this stage of like good drawing, because it's Inktober and it's like I need to be good, but it's hard. That's like, I don't know, this face makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. I drew those in the dark because I think I went to some kind of presentation and it was dark, and I hate when they do that because then I'm forced to listen, and so I just drew them in the dark because I was being bitter about it. Those are more ink drawings. More ink drawings. These all remind me of Hermione, so that's probably who it is. That's like little Hermione, older Hermione. This is based off of some characters. I guess you could call them OCs, I guess. But those are some characters that I come up with like stories for. Basically, they're characters that are mine, and I draw them sometimes. This is from my art class. You're just drawing from a picture of a drawing. I did that a few times. You'll see that in the next few pages. This is from the 1957 Julie Andrews Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella, which wasn't my favorite one, but I do love Julie Andrews, and she was probably my favorite Cinderella of them all. She's great. She is literally like a princess, though. There's that sketch again. She looks kind of like Princess Leia. But yeah, and she's like strangling a swan, it kind of looks like, but she's not. Do that in my drawing class. I'm trying to get more like, serious. This is a very angular ballerina. I like this sketch a lot. It's very like flowy and also like angular and simple. There's that sketch again. I did it like 3 times. It's not the best attempt, but yeah. This is Leia at different ages. It's like her in A New Hope. This is her. I imagined her when she was like 15 to 17. I like this little like profile by itself. I had trouble with these drawings right here. I was just kind of frustrated with them, but I do like the shirt design and the flowy blanket thing she's wrapped in. These are some drawings of people from my design class. That class has all the artsy people in the entire university, so It's good to draw some artsy people once in a while. This was a page I did during one of my lectures. I find that I'm very inspired while in my art classes. And I figure you can get away with drawing in your art classes, which is something I've discovered. This reminds me of like a babushka, but it's not. It's just some lady with like a cloth tied around her head. She looks very shocked. That looks like it was my outfit for one day, but I'm super short in this drawing, which I'm not actually that short. It's not to scale. This is like an angular, simple drawing of a lady. So there's this show called Victoria, and I don't watch it, but I watched a bunch of clips of Victoria and Albert because they're a very cute couple. So this is Victoria and Albert. This is done with just pencil and then Posca pen, which is just like paint pens. Because I wanted a dash of color in my sketchbook because it's so boring. These are sketches I never actually finished. That's what sketchbooks are for. Anyway, that's probably Victoria, actually. I think that was based off of one of her outfits, so that's just very simple pen sketch. It's actually very light, but I like it. And I never finished this one, but I kind of like how open-ended it is. It's just kind of simple and, you know, it gets right to the point. I'm trying to go fast, but this is still taking as long as it usually does. Anyway, how many times am I just going to say, oh, look, it's more pretty girls? That's basically all I draw. My specialty. I did this in red Coal Erase. Some Coal Erase sketches. Coal Erase is great. I like Coal Erase a lot. That was based off of one of my outfits, or those are some of my new shoes, which I love, and so I drew them. I actually did like a full charcoal drawing of those shoes for my drawing class because I love them so much. I was trying out that simple style again. I like doing it. It's not like natural for me to do it though. I kind of have to focus if I'm going to do a simple style. My default isn't like this kind of style, but I like how it looks. This is like a girl. She's kind of 80s inspired, sort of by like the 80s workout clothes type of thing, and then like her poofy hair and things. But yeah, she kind of reminds me of the 80s. I don't know why. I've been getting into the 80s recently because of Stranger Things coming back, so. These are some concept sketches for a project I was working on. There's another girl. I've been trying to like simplify my style, not going fully simplified, but trying to make it a little, you know, a little more like simple. It's kind of this. This more like concept stuff for the project I'm working on. And then there's a page that I disliked everything except this sketch, so I just ripped everything else off and kept this sketch. Oh, this is a girl from my class, and I really liked her outfit. It reminded me of the 70s. These are some people, I think they were people in class, or I just made them up, I don't remember. But yeah, I always draw profiles, then the tip of their nose always gets cut off by the edge of the page. But I like these sketches right here. I like drawing people from behind. Because that way they can't see that I'm drawing them. This was going to be like a sketch pre-Inktober, but I never really finished it, and I ruined the eyes, so. I don't remember what these were based on, but they look kind of like character designs. Oh, they look kind of like Disney concept sketches. That's what I was looking at that day, so I just felt like drawing some slightly Disney-esque, because this looks kind of like Rapunzel a little bit. This was a girl in class. Apparently that was on Friday, September 22nd. But yeah, that she was just very intently writing character designs for something. I don't know. I'm making all these character designs that have no purpose. They're just for some future project. Or that's what I like to tell myself. There's a bunch of tiny people. I didn't feel like drawing that day, so I just drew a bunch of tiny people. Yep. Alright, that's more ink drawings. I've been in kind of an art block recently, and it's kind of in and out. It's kind of a weird art block where it's coming and going really fast. So like one day I'll be okay, the next day it will suck. So it's really a roller coaster of an art block I'm having. That was a girl in my classes, one of my classes, that did that in Coal Erase. It's a mixture of ink and Coal Erase. I like the red and black. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, a lot of my drawings have a lot of big fur coats. That's one of my fixations, I guess. I just love big fur coats. This is a page where I used Color Erase and pencil. But yeah, Color Erase is great, especially for like, you know, adding color to your sketchbook. This is another sketch of those characters I was talking about earlier. That I sort of have a story for, but not really. Pretty lady. I recently started listening to the Adventure Zone, so there's some taco sketches, I guess. It's kind of funny. I never thought I'd be one of those people. But after months and months of looking at Adventure Zone fan art and having no idea what it was, finally started listening to it, and I love it. It's great. There's some more like elf things. I don't think this is taco, but it's just like general fantasy things. Ray, been getting extremely pumped up for The Last Jedi, and I watched the trailer and I freaked out, but it was awesome, and I'm so pumped, and I'm so ready, and I'm gonna cry a lot, I think. I was playing around with my style a little bit. This is like very cartoony. It's like slightly cartoony realism. That's more like realism. So I was trying to go for like a sliding scale of style. Some stuff from my science class. And this is a guy from my English class that I drew with some like a shape around him in Color Erase. Been drawing a lot of like pointy noses recently. No idea where that's coming from, but I'm having fun with it, so. And that's some Peter and Michelle, because that was right before I went to see Spider-Man for the 3rd time. I started rewatching Parks and Rec. I'm not doing it so much anymore. April. Actually, it didn't start out being April, and then I realized that it looked a lot like Aubrey Plaza, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I just drew April then. And those are some more things. Profiles, and then a scary-looking dude. That was kind of a concept sketch that I developed further. This was the first day of Inktober, because this is a poster on my wall that I copied in my sketchbook, the ink. That's a fun style. I like that style. It's very like, it reminds me kind of Disney. Also, I've been drawing a lot of girls with buns recently. I don't know, I put my hair in a bun like every day, so. I was just playing around with my Micron brush pen in preparation for Inktober, so that is that. And that is done. The end.